What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we have another exciting episode. We're talking about Lightning Lane updates with six people. That's right, six people. So you're going to get a true Lightning Lane experience, but also the long-awaited D23 updates with some probably that you haven't even heard before. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Let's go. Well, Mom, you just got back from Disney this past weekend, and let's go ahead and go into your experience with the Lightning Lane with six people.
It made it a little bit different than when you and I were there by ourselves.
I would only imagine trying to figure out the six people Lightning Lanes to see if they're open for six people and whatnot.
So not
Before
only
we
not
go through, yeah, go ahead.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, before we go through all the things that you're able to do, what was the ease of access, user friendly wise? The app, did it crash? Did it
The
lag?
the app there was just a couple of times where you would try to modify it would give you an earlier time and then you'd click on it and it would be 6 hours later than what you thought you were going to get. So that
Gotcha.
happened twice. But I'll give you the overall after the last slide because it's
Okay.
interesting. It has all these
S-
stats there.
So let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we?
Okay.
You should
So
be able to see the screen now, right?
yes, I can.
All
So
right,
the
let's do
issue
it.
the issue that I was also looking at,
Oh,
oh, we forgot. We forgot ride closures.
we've
Okay.
only been doing this for 101 episodes and we forgot the very first thing. Jesus. Ride closures,
so
Bob.
so ride closures. Jungle Cruise is closing August 20. Oh, wait, it is closed August 26th to October 18th. So make sure you get on that. And then, or no, you can't. Temporary unavailable is what is it? Test track.
Test
It's been
track.
a long week.
Man, it's been a
Test
long
track.
week. We're
And
very
that's
sick.
supposed to open. Yeah, that's supposed to open sometime in next year, 2025.
All right. And is
And
it
that's
the
it.
same sponsor? Do we know if is it still Chevy?
I
We'll
wanna,
look into
yeah,
that and we'll get back to you for it.
yes, yes. So
All
now
right.
the lightning lane update. So the other thing we were looking at is, and we did this with just you and I, but being we didn't stay on property, so we weren't able to book our lightning lane until 3 days prior.
Right.
So 3 days prior of us going, what you see on the screen right now is what we were able to get. So as you see, there's big gaps between those 3 rides. So Smuggler's One is always an easy one to get on and get into. But the reason why we booked that first is so we could tap in, and then we had all parks, all tiers available to us. When we got to the park, we went to Hollywood Studios first. Our intent was to go to Toy Story, but the app said that Rise was only 25 minutes. So we went over to Rise, and by the time we got there, Rise was broken. So
Yep.
we weren't able to go there. So we walked through, we got on Toy Story probably within 20 minutes. Then we went
Nice.
to Smugglers. So 9:40 with
Nice.
Toy Story and then Smugglers. Then we went to Beauty and the Beast. Then we went to our Tower of Terror. I was able to modify that for the six of us, move it up to 11:05. We got there 11:50. Then the kids did a lot of meet and greets. It was a hot day. So this was kind of cool because they did the meet and greet 12:30 with Vampirina. Then we went in and we did Disney Junior,
Which
the
that show is
dance
always
party.
great. The dance party.
Right.
Yep.
Then back to more meet and greets with Pluto, and then the Darth Vader one, which was the special one with the Disney Visa. Then Chewie at 1:15, and then we did a lightning lane to after Smugglers over at Rock and Roller Coaster. Well, the big kids were on Rock and Roller Coaster. The little guy and I, we went on Slinky. Now, Slinky was a 40-minute wait, and that was the one that we were trying to get a lightning lane for. Couldn't get it until late at night. We knew we weren't going to be back. So we went ahead and canceled that. Little guy and I waited in line while they did their Rock and Roller Coaster. Worked out great.
Nice.
Transferred over to Magic Kingdom. The big kids got a lightning lane for Rock and Roller Coaster. Or after they tapped into Rock and Roller Coaster at 3:50. But when you're too short, you get to go on
People
People
mover.
Mover. Okay, at the same time. Then after Lightning Lane, after Space Mountain, they tapped in so we could get Little Mermaid.
It would
Now,
be
yes,
cool
little
if it would be cool if Space Mountain was closed and you were able to see uh the little person on the people mover, their family
Oh,
going up.
yes, yes, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Now, yes, some of these lightning lanes that we got were normally for the little guys would be walk on, but they still were a 25-minute wait. So even though we got them as a lightning lane, it made us just walk right on.
Yeah,
So we still weren't waiting in lines. So when it all comes together, Lightning Lane was $22 a person. We got 2 parks for a total of 8 hours because we left at 5. We got on approximately 15 attractions or activities, 2 activities an hour, $2.75 an hour. So for the cost of one top shelf margarita, you can enjoy walking on to most of the attractions throughout the day.
yeah.
You'll most likely not get your first ride choice, but you'll have fun nonetheless. So is it worth it? I still think it's worth it. If you're going there with the intention that you're going to get all the top notch rides, then you're going to be misled.
You're going to be
So
misled, and you're probably going to have to try much, much harder. Where if you've been there a lot, you just go with the flow.
true,
You pound the
true.
app a little bit, but you're not really worried about it. So
Right, right.
let's
So
move on
here's
to
we're here
D23 updates. Let's go.
because there's a great big beautiful tomorrow as long as you're willing to wait.
Yes.
So what I did here is I tried to do it chronologically. So in 2025, we will be getting, or I should say Disney World will be getting a Disney Starlight Nighttime Parade, which seems to be like the old fashioned electric light parade
Yeah.
that they had, Main Street Electric Parade. So it's going to be a combination. I think it's going to be absolutely awesome.
Yep.
And we are going to get Pirates of Caribbean Tavern.
Which is
So
going to be
that's going
awesome,
to
and
be
they
cool.
better be
And they're
selling alcohol in there.
right. And they're adding the barking parrot back again.
Oh, great, great.
Okay. So when that first opened, they had this parrot outside the attraction and it would talk,
Yep.
try to get people to come in on the ride.
And it
Okay.
would, and everybody knows Magic Kingdom is the only park in Disney World that does not sell alcohol on outside premises.
Yeah.
So
Unless you're sitting down at
unless you're
a
sitting down at a
restaurant.
table, so it'd be cool if this
Yes.
one, if they're starting to turn the trend, because that's one of
Yeah.
the major complaints for the adults that they can't have alcohol there.
Yeah. But Magic Kingdom's for kids. Anyway. Also, Epcot is getting Spaceship Earth Lounge, and that's going to be the former corporate lounge that's overlooking the
Showcase.
World Celebration. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be bad. Then in 2025, hopefully in the winter, Zootopia Better Together. These things, by the way, that we just mentioned, including Zootopia, they've already begun work on these things.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we're waiting to see construction walls and that kind of stuff, because it's already happening behind the scenes.
Yep.
Okay. Then in 2026, Mandalorian and Grogu are going to be the retheme for smugglers.
And
And
this is
that's
going to be
obviously at
awesome.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. They're saying that it probably won't be too late because they're not changing the ride. It's
Right.
just the
It's
visual,
just a visual.
just the
And
film. Yeah.
we'll have to do an episode of how Smuggler's Run actually works, because in each pod there's probably 30 different pods that are on a carousel that switch while you're doing the interaction. I mean, it is very cool, very
Yeah.
thoughtful. So we'll have to do an episode on how that ride actually works, because it's
And
very
it's nice.
informative.
And it's
Very
nice
cool.
when you go on so many times that you really enjoy the change in the scenery.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're thinking of Star Tours, by the way.
No, I'm not. No.
Okay.
Star Tours, you just go into a little ride and then you get off it. This one, it's
Yeah,
a
but
carousel that
that's the
moves.
one that has the different scenes.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the scenes though. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
how the ride actually works,
Oh, okay. My
like
apologies.
moving, like how
Okay,
how
gotcha.
you
Gotcha.
load and everything. It's very
You
cool.
got it. Okay. Then in 2027, Animal Kingdom's getting Pueblo Esperanza and Tropical Americas. So if you click to the next slide, this is what's going to be there. There's going to be a trackless Encanto ride, Indiana Jones ride, and a wood carved carousel. Now, the Indiana Jones ride is going to be where Dinosaur currently is.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
And
The
what they,
trackless Encanto ride's probably going to be like Mini Mickey or Ratatouille,
mhm,
probably the same
mhm,
concept.
mhm. However, the Indiana Jones ride, they're saying really isn't going to take long to change Dinosaur into that because they use the exact same track. So the
I'm
one
sure everything's going to be the exact same. Yeah,
in Disneyland, it's the exact same track. All you have to do is throw a dinosaur in front of it and it would be the same exact ride.
right.
So,
Make it easy.
yep. So then Hollywood Studios in 2028, they're thinking, hoping Monsters Incorporated. So what I really am excited for about this is one of the rides is going to be a suspended roller coaster. I'm thinking it's going to be similar to Harry Potter,
Yeah.
um, because you're going to supposed to be flying like a door through the
Hmm.
factory. So that's going to be pretty cool. And a whole
Yeah.
land where it's going to have all the different
Your
monsters
legs will
and
be dangling, probably
yeah,
exactly like Harry Potter in
yeah,
the actual hall. So
yep. So then in 2029, Magic Kingdom, Cars Land. So what they're saying with this one is there's going to be two attractions. One is going to be more of a thrill ride, and the other is going to be a family type ride. So
nice.
it'll be nice. It'll be nice. And here's the one that we are all waiting for. And of course, they're saying it's probably not going to happen until 2030 in Magic Kingdom Villains Land. They are talking now. If you look at the bottom picture of that, where the light blue is, that's a coaster that's going through there.
That'd be
And they're
cool.
hoping that that's a coaster that's actually going to go like underneath and through caverns.
Whoa.
So that's the excitement with that one. So there's a lot going on. They're saying that you're not going to see all of these things opening at the same time. So one year it's going to be one thing, then the next year you'll see another thing, then the next year you'll see another thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not holding my breath, but I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to see these things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll definitely see them. It just depends on how delayed they're going to be. I also want to do it, and we can talk about this later, but I want to do a show on the price increases of Disney World, of day
Oh,
passes. It is
yeah.
phenomenal. Went from
It's
$2
ridiculous.
all the way up to
Yeah.
$120. It's,
But you have to compare oranges to oranges because when it was $2, then you had to buy ride tickets.
I'd rather buy ride tickets because there's a lot of rides in Magic Kingdom that I would not want to go on.
Yeah, but there's a lot of those rides that kind of fill your time too, especially if you're there with little guys.
Whatever. But
Yeah.
all right, Mom, let's hear the joke. What you got for today?
What is Forrest Gump's password to get
Jenny,
onto? Nope. One Forrest, one. You
what?
didn't get it? The number one, Forrest, one.
That's the worst joke you've ever had. Is that even a joke?
One Forrest, one.
No, I get it's meant to be run, but
So you don't like it?
oh, it's horrible. It's bad. It's bad. Sorry, everybody,
Uh,
you had to hear
You
that.
want a different one?
No, no, I don't want a different one. You only get one a day. But we also I believe it was Bob Sparazza, maybe on our YouTube comments that left. We need to do rides that are okay for back injuries. So we will do that. Mr. Sparazza, if you are out there, we will definitely do that for you. And we'll try to compile a list of all the rides that are okay for
Mhm,
adult backs that are maybe not too good. So,
mhm. All right.
and we're good.
So that's it. So have a great weekend. Next week, I don't think are we going to be here next week? You're not
We'll
going to
be
be
here
here.
next. Oh, yeah, we'll do a show early in the week.
Okay. All right.
So
So look
just
out
be on
for
the lookout.
us.
And turn
Okay.
your notifications on. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okie dokie. Have a great one. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.